Well, with the Corey band, I mean, part of the success of winning the European is getting a good own choice piece. And the Corey band and I commissioned Philip Sparke to write A Tale As Yet Untold, and there's been other pieces in the past. But I was thinking maybe asking Eddie Gregson to write a piece. And so I did ask him, and he came up with a piece. I remember 2012 we went to the Royal Northern Festival of Brass, and Eddie Gregson said to me, "Oh, come and have a listen to this piece. What do you think? I'm thinking of it for your own choice for the European." So he played this piece on the piano, and it sounded absolutely gorgeous. And he said, "So what do you think?" I said, "Well, I can tell you confidentially that I'm actually leaving Corey Band this year, so it's not up to me whether they play this piece or whether they buy the music off you." And I did leave, and then Philip Harper and Corey commissioned Philip Sparke to write a piece. But the Distant Memories was originally conceived for the Corey Band. Anyway, so it was on the shelf for a few months, and then Eddie Gregson made a connection that the piece itself is a throwback to older pieces of Distant Memories, of course. But what Eddie realized was that the first brass band piece that was ever composed for a competition by Percy Fletcher, Labour and Love, it was his centenary this year, 2013. Labour and Love was written in 1913. So he approached the national championships of Great Britain and said, "Look, do you realize that this is your centenary year? I've got this wonderful piece that I've written, and it's just right for your contest." And they said yes, but they couldn't quite agree the fee. And then Black Dyke came in and said, "Well, we'd like to play a piece at the Festival of Brass." So between the national championships and Black Dyke, they commissioned the piece. And it's quite nice that in the end, Eddie Gregson's dedicated the piece to my brother and I. And I think it's a beautiful piece. I mean, it's straight from the heart. Whereas most of Eddie Gregson's pieces are conceived in the mind. He starts off with a very small embryo of music, which he develops and turns upside down, inside out, and symphonically develops the piece. This is not that sort of piece at all. This piece really starts with Once Upon a Time, and it goes on. There's a nice story to it, and it's a happy ending ever after. So I think it's a beautiful piece. And I said to Eddie Gregson at the National Championships, "How will you feel in 10 years' time when everybody says, 'This is your best piece'?" He said, "Oh, no, it's not my best piece, it's not my best piece." But I think it's a lovely piece. I think the audience will enjoy it, the players will enjoy practicing it, the conductors have got lots of scope to show musicianship, and it should quite easily allow the very best bands to float to the top.